Hi, City Slickers. Today I would like to read a book with you called Plants That Never Ever Bloom, and it is written and illustrated by Ruth Heller. And one of the things I really like about Ruth Heller's books are her illustrations. And she gives lots of details to her picture. And if you look at this, you'll see um, a mushroom that is growing and growing and growing and growing and growing till it gets this tall. And if you look closely throughout the book, you'll see lots of interesting plants and wildlife hidden in the illustrations. Plants that never ever bloom. A mushroom doesn't ever bloom. It grows on trees and leaves and things, or in the grass and fairy rings. And a fairy ring is when mushrooms grow in a circle like this. And maybe you can imagine that in the middle, fairies would like to come and play and dance and sing. And over here, hiding behind the circle with me in it, is a little hedgehog that comes and hangs out by the fairy ring. Some grow to be as tall as all of these you see, and some look rather strange to me. These glow at night, we don't know why. Mushrooms are all called fungi. Seaweed doesn't ever bloom. Some is green and often seen close to the shore. But there is more. Deeper down, where it is several shades of brown, in the Pacific and Atlantic, seaweed grows to be gigantic. This mass has broken free and floats in the Sargasso Sea, where grumpy-looking fish reside and other creatures like to hide. And if you look carefully, here you'll see this fish is camouflaged. Deepest on the ocean bed is seaweed that is pink and red. Whichever color it may be, seaweed all is called algae. Lichen never ever blooms. It lives on logs and trees and rocks, and sometimes grows on little stalks. See some snails here gliding around. Lush moss that clings to trees, and liverworts like these that grow beside a stream are green, but not a flower can be seen. Ferns, look at all of these ferns. From fiddleheads unfurl. This is what you call the beginning of a leaf of a fern before it unfurls like this. It's called a fiddlehead right here, small. Their cousins are the horsetails and this creeping evergreen, and not on any one of these are flowers ever seen. 200 million years ago, ferns were rather small. Their cousins, on the other hand, grew very, very tall. None of these have flowers, and so they have no seeds. They have no seeds, as I have said. They grow from tiny spores instead. But here are some exceptions. There always are a few. Like all the rest, they never bloom, but from a seed they grew. One is called the ginkgo. Right here is a beautiful ginkgo leaf. Another is the yew. And every plant that bears a cone is an exception too. In proper scientific terms, all of these are gymnosperms. Plants that never ever bloom are called gymnosperms. So, City Slickers, I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I enjoyed reading it, and I will see you next time.